Hey guys, I am over in a neighborhood called Gueliz, and this is actually not the center of Gueliz. It's a little bit towards the town. Let's see here. But this area, part of it over here is a little more upscale. It's kind of a place meant for foreigners. It's let's see if we can check out what's going on over here. So there's a store right over there called Carrefour, and I think that's a French grocery store. But that is where they sell alcohol if you want to buy it outside of a club. Now you can buy it at bars as well, but most places don't sell it because this is a Muslim country and they don't like the consumption of alcohol and prohibit it at certain times for Muslims. Now if you're a foreigner, you can go and buy it whenever. So they do have that set up specifically for people like me and the French and the tourists and the British people come here. And you can go and show your passport. For me, I'm white, so I can just go and grab it. I don't even bother to check my passport, and it's Ramadan, so upcoming is Ramadan. And that is where the people fast. Now, it's going to be kind of shut down around here. And I'm totally fine with that. I'll just hang out by myself. But Marrakech is a heavy foreign influence here. So you're going to probably find, it's probably going to be, maybe it'll be business as usual, for tourists. But in this video, I'm going to show you guys Gueliz. And I'm going to tell you what I've been working on the past week or so. I am actually going to be taking a flight to London, and the reason I'm going to be leaving kind of early, next month, so like say 1 month in advance, the border control, when I came to Morocco, they seized my drone, and so I have to claim the drone at the airport. I can't go to a different airport. I've got to leave at this airport. I've got to pay a small fee, not that much, like maybe $50, and then once I get my drone back, I've got to leave the country, right? So I'm being forced to leave, unfortunately. And after about 40 days. So I might have considered staying longer, but I'm forced to go to London. And the reason I'm going to London, it's kind of a convoluted travel plan. I flew from the Canary Islands to Madrid. And then I flew from Madrid to Morocco, and I was in Spain 90 days, so that's all I get, right? I've got to leave the European Union, what's called the Schengen zone, so I can't be inside of Europe for 90 days. That means I have to go to London, Albania, Soviet Union, Ukraine, Belarus, Turkey, places like this. Back to US, I could go to South America if I wanted to. So I'm not even sure that I could transit through Europe. So I maybe should have left a little bit of time, but I chose to leave on day 90. That's just the way I chose to do it. My flight, 90 days out. So this past week, I just booked a flight on British Airways for $39, which that's a pretty good deal, I've been searching for good deals for travel for London, because London is very, very expensive. So the past couple of days, I have been looking for whether I want to stay at a hotel, which I can't afford, a youth hostel, couch surfing, Airbnb, camping. I've been looking at it all, so I'm kind of undecided. I did book a hostel directly in the center of London, and I booked another one, but I can always cancel it if I want to. So I've got one that is not in the center, like it's in the suburbs. But if you go into the suburbs of London, you'll be able to get a better deal there. So I'm not sure, whether I will keep those hostels. So I've just been looking on the internet, in May. This is for May, and it is March 28th. So if I want to change, I can cancel that. It's like a refundable, price. So I want to make sure, number one, I gain admission into the immigration of England, right? My first time. Go with the passport. Gain for 6 months. You can stay there. So I also booked a flight after London. I'm going to stay there a little while, and then I'm going to go somewhere else. And I'll be covering that in another video. So that is what I've been working on. And the other thing that I've been working on here is I've switched hotels 5 different times. So I at first stayed at 3 different hostels. And the first one was a little bit pricey, so then I downsized. I stayed at the cheapest hostel in Marrakech. Was there for a couple of nights. Then I switched again. And then I switched to a private room, which is like a little guest house. Then I switched yet again, and the last one is very cheap. I wanted to save some money there. So I just got whatever the cheapest private room I could find. And it's a decent, it's like penthouse, a room with 2 beds, got a sink, bathroom is on the outside. But got a nice view there, got a window. So got that it's near the main market there. And that room, the price of that room is about the same price as a hostel. So it's just that most people probably haven't heard of that guest house, So I just walked along the street and, went in and tried to get the cheap. Now, some places will try to charge you if you're a foreigner. They'll ask you to pay twice as much or something like that. So it just depends on the owner, So that's what I've been doing. I just got settled in this morning. Now, prior to this guest house, I was in another guest house that is kind of run down. And it was nothing wrong with it. It was just, it was a little bit worse. So it's about the same price as Cambodia, maybe a little bit higher price. When I was over in Siem Reap there, I was staying at a hotel that was $7 a night. And it had a pool, a private bathroom. It had a painting in the bedroom there, a refrigerator, a TV, all of this, for only $7. Nothing wrong with living there. So that was nice. Now, this place doesn't have all of that. So if you wanted that, you'd probably be looking at $12 or $15. Or roughly 12 or 15 euros, something like that. So that is what I've been doing. So just to give you guys a comparison between Morocco and Cambodia and Thailand, I think Cambodia and Thailand, they have a better life, better quality of life. Now this place is worth living. I mean, it's worth seeing, a week or two, but they have buildings that are built with high rises, elevators. They're built for foreigners, just and they're new and cheap, So I would say that in terms of quality of life, they have a little bit better developed economy there. So it's kind of like, there's these beggars in the street, here in Marrakech. And it's like they could put these people to work, on the taxi app or something like that. Tuk-tuks, so that they driving people around, They don't have that here. So they just kind of, I'm assuming there's probably some wealthy Moroccans here as well, but, and of course Thailand, as compared to Cambodia, is more advanced, So up here, there's some shopping centers and stores and things like that. There was some McDonald's back there. They've got a Zara. They've got a bank over there. They've got a little shopping mall up here. So Bangkok, just to give you another comparison there, Bangkok is, of course, extremely well developed in comparison to Marrakech. It's affordable, and it's just crazy the amount of stores and malls there and things like that. So here on the left, if you're looking for some booze, there's another store that sells beer up here. All the way up on the left, it's about the same price as the US. And you got some French banks here, Societe Generale, if you're looking for an ATM in Marrakech. Societe Generale, ATM fee is like $3. So you might want to go there and take out some local currency, which I did the other day. That's a French bank. There's a Starbucks over there. Western Union. They have Western Unions all over the place. You need to transfer money, but the exchange rate is horrible there. Just a waste of money. But the local currency is it's called the MAD, dirham, Moroccan dirham. The exchange rate is about 9 to 9.5 per $1 US, or if you're euros, it's 10 to 10.5. So you want to look for, I brought a little bit of cash into the country in euros. You want to look around for the best exchange rate, got about 10, whatever, 10.5, So here's